I was looking for that quintessential family practice experience. I had always heard that there were family docs out there who delivered babies and saw patients in the hospital and kind of did a little bit of everything. And so once I found a residency program that did those things, I couldn't go anywhere else.
I was looking for a place that was going to give me the best training I could possibly get in 3 years, and I wanted to know that when I left residency I didn't have to do any additional training.
I knew that I was interested in full-scope family medicine, and I knew that I wanted to do C-sections with that, and there are very few programs in the U.S. that allow that.
I chose North Colorado Family Medicine because I always wanted to be a well-rounded family doc, and they just had everything I could ever want in training for a career in family medicine.
One of the great things about coming to NCFM is when you graduate, you'll be able to do whatever you want. Your scope of practice won't be determined by the training that you had. Everything will be open to you.
You're joining a group of super motivated, dedicated folks who are caring and care about becoming the best family physicians that they can be.
We have so much to offer. We can train you in essentially anything you could get trained in family medicine in the United States.
So we actually have 5 separate programs under the NCFM umbrella. The core program, all 3 years in Greeley, is the largest. That's 5 resident docs per class.
I knew that I would be able to leave the program with great inpatient medicine skills and knowledge. I knew that I'd be able to leave with great inpatient pediatrics.
The scope that is in my everyday life is pretty darn cool and a lot more than I would have ever guessed a family medicine doc could have. I was doing a C-section last night and had a continuity OB delivery yesterday, a tubal this morning, and then a full day of clinic of child visits and procedures.
A lot of people come in sort of interested in OB but not sure how interested they are or how much they want to do. And I tell them, well, when you leave, if you decide to do OB or not, it'll be whether you want to and not whether you're able to.
Another program is the Sunrise Community Health Center program. That's 2 resident docs per class.
I knew that I wanted to do broad spectrum medicine, including obstetrics and C-sections and inpatient medicine, emergency medicine.
I've been interested and involved in community health centers since medical school because I really strongly believe in their mission in providing healthcare for anyone, no matter the ability to pay. Sunrise is a community health center. There's multiple locations in Greeley, but our site is the Montfort Family Clinic.
Part of what drew me here was this little United Nations that we have under one roof at Sunrise, where you get not only multicultural experience from a medicine standpoint, but really interesting medical pathology.
Sunrise, as an FQHC, has a large amount of patients that are uninsured or underinsured, as well as cares for the majority of our refugee population in Greeley.
It's a population that I care a lot about serving and working with. We have a lot of resources to take care of patients that are underinsured or uninsured, from our pharmacy that subsidizes medications and lab and our procedure clinic.
The volume of obstetrics at the Sunrise track tends to be higher than at the core track, and it's a lot of high-risk obstetrics.
It's kind of built for people who not only wanted the baseline OB, which is very heavy in our program, but wanted a little extra training, specifically C-section training and surgical OB. So doing vacuum deliveries, depending on the faculty, forceps deliveries.
I love women's health. I'm super interested in obstetrics, and so for me, that was another selling point.
I feel like we do a really good job of helping people find the parts of medicine that they're really passionate about and to pursue those things, but also to expose them to the wide variety of things that family practice kind of brings with it.
I knew that I wanted to serve this population and that in residency, service was going to be the thing that motivated me to keep going on those really hard days, and so I wanted to work specifically for this patient population.
In addition to our focus of preparing our graduates to be full spectrum family docs in any community, we also have a lot of flexibility to allow people to tailor their training to what they want and need for their future careers.
I chose NCFM in part for the culture, the people, the opportunities to keep teaching when I was a resident. Everyone got along really well, everyone was very supportive. They really wanted to meet the needs of every resident who came through. And they do that by really individualizing the training that you get.
My passion very strongly is HIV medicine, LGBTQ health. And so I wanted to know that I had the time and support of the residency to pursue CME in those areas.
Before I went to medical school, I was a dietitian, and I have been very passionate about health and wellness ever since high school, and kind of always knew that I wanted to do more and I wanted to take care of the full patient.
So NCFM has 5 optional training tracks that you can use to really individualize your training to what your future needs will be. I was really involved in the leadership track. And now I also am the co-director of the leadership track, and I think that that's a really unique aspect to our program.
I was working as a hospitalist for Banner, so alongside with the residency. And that's when I approached some of the faculty about starting a position there where I would be able to do some hospital medicine, but also begin to integrate some of these holistic approaches at health into our program.
We don't really have a certain type of person that does well here. It's nice that we have a group that all is focused on patient care and working with the underserved.
One of the great things here is that our faculty are so involved and supportive.
I started a monthly wellness program where we talk about different topics in wellness, like resilience training, mindfulness practice. And then we also started a monthly walk-run, which is open to anyone. So people of all different abilities and runners and walkers come, and it's just a fun way to get outside because Colorado has amazing weather and great running trails, and so just to get outside and be together in a non-work setting.
We all love to do outdoor things, so we go hiking a lot. There's a group of us that go paddle boarding.
Climbing, skiing, snowshoeing, all sorts of things super close to us. I come over here to climb in the canyons really frequently on the weekends. So the list is kind of endless of the things that you can do in Colorado.
So Greeley's awesome. Greeley's a fantastic place to live. There's the Poudre River Trail, which you can hop on anywhere through town. Great for hiking, walking, biking, getting out with a family, which I love to do.
Greeley's a place that I think anybody would be happy and excited to raise a family.
There are so many things to do. Specifically in Greeley, it's pretty interesting the number of breweries, coffee shops, restaurants.
Greeley is just so enjoyable. We bike around with our bike trailer, go to the farmers market on Saturdays.
I love to hike. I like to be outside when the weather's nice, which is a lot of the year.
You can go east and be in the plains and be catching bass out of a pond somewhere. You can go west and go up into the mountains. Greeley in particular just kind of gives you the best of both worlds as far as Colorado goes.
It's going to be a pretty intense few years, but I think if you ask our graduates, one of the things they appreciated the most, I think it was being taken care of and taking care of each other.
They're always attending faculty in the hospital. If we have any questions or feel like we're struggling.
But it really just comes down to feeling supported and enjoying the people that you work with, because residency is a long 3 years.
I love the people I work with. The faculty are amazing, bright, flexible, great teachers, as well as just great family people.
It's really hard to articulate how amazingly compassionate, how amazingly dedicated, and how unbelievably smart everybody is.
The people at NCFM make it special.
We enjoy being with each other.
There's always somebody that's keeping an eye out for us and making sure we're doing okay.
I know I can rely on my co-residents who are my family.
We have a good time together, we laugh together.
I think that when you have that sort of comfortable relationship, both teaching and learning are way easier to accomplish.